Welcome back to Free to Play Fridays. Is that okay? I was looking at the OBS window. This is a Sheepy, a short Sheepy. I think, yeah, Sheepy, a short adventure. There's this long intro, which is unfortunate because I always want to show the intros, but this is really long and kind of boring. I got this far. It said game designed for gamepad. Yeah. Just to make sure it worked, because it wouldn't run in Proton. I had to run it through, I just had to run it through Node, through the Linux version of Node, and I'm not positive it's going to be compatible, but it ran this far, so good luck, me. Right, there's high and low graphics. Everything seems to be running fine so far. Usually there's not issues just running things straight into Node, but sometimes, some developers rely way too much on quirks in their operating system because they're bad. I'm not calling this one bad. I'm not sure yet. Like if you're developing with Node fucking JS, it happens sometimes. Mostly in RPG Maker games. It's mostly RPG Maker developers that are this bad. Where you'll they use some plugins. It's the plugin developers that are bad, and then the RPG Maker developers are bad for using bad plugins, but they rely on Windows features. So you're like, well, I've got Node right here. I can run the package, but it just crashes because this is a game that exists in a. I mean, this developer's kind of bad for not just fucking building a Linux version. Because, again, it's fucking Node. The whole point is that it's system agnostic. The whole point is that you can run it in a fucking browser. Or anything. Like, you can just, it's one thing, you throw it in a phone, you can throw it in a browser, you can throw it in Windows, Linux, or Mac, you can throw it in anything. And then they just only build the Windows version. Only build a Windows version. Like, what the fuck are you doing? This game looks nice, though, and the controls are responsive. That's good. But fucking get your shit together. Build for multiple systems. If you're a developer, you should know how to install Linux at the very least. You should at the very least know how to install Linux. And if you're making a NodeJS game, there's especially a free-to-play game, it's a free game. Put it in the fucking browser. Just put it in the fucking browser. I'm probably not going to play it in the browser, especially because I'm only doing this for a Let's Play. But like if you want people to play your free game and it's built in, like, you've got an easy export tool. This goes for Unity Godot too. Like if you're building in Unity or Godot, well, Unity's Linux packages kind of fucking suck and it runs fine, and most Unity games just run fine in Proton, so you got an excuse there. If you're a Godot developer and you're not building for Linux, you're a piece of shit. You're just a fucking piece of shit. It's one fucking button. Just build for Linux. The whole thing about Linux introduces more bugs is a myth made up by a guy who wasn't even a fucking developer. And the developers of that game told him to shut the fuck up because he didn't know what he was talking about. What is more common is you get a lot of bug reports from Linux users because the Linux users fucking give a shit. It's not that there's more bugs in the Linux version. It's that Linux users find the bugs that are in all the versions more commonly because they're more used to on a whole, Linux users are more used to finding bugs and reporting them. As a general rule. So it's not the damn you Linux. It's hard to support for. It's extra work to build for Linux too. It's not, and the extra work is coming from just fucking making your products better on all fucking systems. If you improve bugs on Linux, 9 times out of 10 you're fixing bugs on all versions. You're not. Most bugs are not OS dependent. Most of the bugs that you experience are because you coded something wrong. Well, really, OS dependent bugs are because you coded something wrong. Usually, but most bugs are you coded something wrong, and it's just simply a bug in the way you coded something. It's something wrong with your logic. You fucked up with your logic. Don't fucking blame Linux users because they found it. I have no problem with this game other than that. So far, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's like I just finally got to the actual gameplay, but you're running around platforming for a free game. It's got a lot of a visual flair, you know. It looks nice. Oh, it's unforgiving, but it's the Super Meat Boy style of unforgiving. Okay, I can skip. I can't skip cutscenes. Fast forward does not skip, by the way. Here's my second bit of criticism. Language matters. Fast forward and skip are different words. Skip means it's over. Skip means jump to the next bit. Fast forward means this. Fast forward what you say in the corner. This is not skipping. It's fast forwarding. There. Is he dead? No. Oh, I can touch the spikes. Nobody's stopping me from touching the spikes. Do I have to do something or it just dies eventually? He just dies eventually, I guess. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, is that it? He's dead. Alright, well, that was Sheepy Short Adventure. And it's even, if you want to see the rest of it, play it yourself. Because I'm not trying to give the whole game away for you. It's free. Just fucking download it and play it, you idiot.